You're right there, in front of her, speaking, existing, and she doesn't see you. Not because you're ugly, not because you lack status. She doesn't see you because you're too available to ignore, too predictable to notice, too transparent to intrigue. You've made yourself invisible through the very effort to be seen. The paradox of overavailability. A man who's always there is a man who requires no attention. Think about it. If you respond instantly, if you're always available, if you rearrange your life around her convenience, what is she noticing? Your devotion or your desperation? She doesn't have to pay attention because you've eliminated the cost of ignoring you. You've made it safe for her to take you for granted. The easier you are to access, the less valuable your access becomes. This is scarcity psychology, and it operates below consciousness. She doesn't think, he's too available, so I'll ignore him. Instead, she simply forgets he exists because existence you're always there requires no focus. A scarce man creates tension. His time matters. His attention is selective. When he shows up, it means something because it could have meant something else. When he texts, it's significant because he doesn't text constantly. You've done the opposite. You've signaled infinite supply, and infinite supply has no value. Consider the man who sometimes doesn't text back for hours. She wonders what he's doing. She considers reaching out. She thinks about him between conversations. Then consider you. She texts. You respond immediately. She knows exactly where she stands. There's no wondering, no curiosity, no tension, just certainty that you'll always be there. Certainty eliminates interest. Uncertainty creates obsession. The trap of predictability. She knows exactly what you'll do. You'll text back within minutes. You'll agree to her plans. You'll rearrange your schedule. You'll comfort her when she's upset. You'll explain yourself when she's distant. You're a function, not a mystery. Mystery creates curiosity. Predictability creates indifference. A man she can't predict. A man who sometimes takes hours to respond, who occasionally declines her invitations, who doesn't always comfort on demand. That man occupies mental real estate. She thinks about him. She wonders about him. She tries to figure him out. The human brain is wired to solve puzzles. When something is completely legible, the brain disengages. When something is partially hidden, the brain becomes obsessed with understanding it. You've eliminated the puzzle. You've shown her every card. You've made the narrative so clear that there's nothing left to explore. She knows your next move because you've already shown her all your moves. You're a book she's already finished reading. Why would she pick it up again? This isn't about game playing. It's about maintaining boundaries. A man with actual boundaries is inherently less predictable because his actions flow from his own priorities, not from her requests. His schedule is built around his own life. His responses emerge from his own assessment, not automatic compliance. When a man has his own world, when his priorities are clear and non-negotiable, his behavior becomes less predictable to her. And less predictable means more interesting. You've become entirely legible. And legibility is the death of attraction, the transparency problem. You show her everything, every feeling, every need, every vulnerability, every insecurity. Every time she pulls away, you explain your hurt. Every time she's distant, you ask what's wrong. You make your emotional state her responsibility. This does something specific to her psychology. It makes you the child and her the caretaker. It transforms the dynamic from partnership to parenthood. She's no longer your equal. She's your emotional manager. A woman doesn't want to manage a man's emotions. She wants to be with a man who can manage his own. She wants to feel safe in your steadiness, not responsible for your stability. She wants a partner, not a project. When you expose every wound, when you narrate every insecurity, when you make your peace dependent on her reassurance, you're not being vulnerable, you're being needy. There's a critical difference. Vulnerability is honest assessment of reality with no expectation of rescue. Neediness is broadcasting a wound and demanding she heal it. Vulnerability is strength that acknowledges struggle. Neediness is weakness that demands management. You've told her that her behavior directly controls your emotional state, and now she's the one carrying the weight. She wakes up responsible for your feelings. She has to monitor her words, her tone, her distance, all to manage your emotional equilibrium. That's exhausting, and she'll pull away because she didn't sign up to be your therapist. She's invisible to you because you've made her the center, and the center isn't seen. It's expected. It's the foundation. It's taken for granted. The validation-seeking energy. This is the invisible killer. It radiates from you in ways you don't realize. Every text has a slight desperation. Every compliment is fishing for reciprocation. Every nice gesture is really a question. Do you see me now? She feels it. She feels the hunger. And hungry men are invisible because they're transparent. They're obvious. There's no mystery to a man broadcasting that he needs her approval to exist. The energy you emit matters more than the words you say. She doesn't analyze your texts. She feels the desperation beneath them. She senses the neediness before she reads the content. A man secure in his own worth doesn't need her to validate it. So he doesn't perform for validation. His presence is simply there, undemanding, unmoved by her response, existing independently of her acknowledgement. When you genuinely don't care if she sees you, that's when she can't stop looking. When you're completely fine whether she texts back or not, she suddenly texts more. When you're unmoved by her distance, she suddenly closes the gap. This is the paradox of modern male psychology. The more desperately you seek visibility, the more invisible you become. The more you stop seeking it, the more visible you are. That kind of man is visible precisely because he's not trying to be seen. The moment, everything shifts. Here's the mechanism. The moment you stop seeking visibility, you become visible. When you stop texting so much, she notices the silence. When you stop rearranging your life for her, she recognizes the loss of your attention. When you stop explaining your feelings, she wonders what you're feeling. When you stop performing, she actually sees the man beneath the performance. This isn't manipulation. It's removal of the false signal. You've been broadcasting neediness constantly. The moment you stop, she hears something else. Indifference. And indifference is terrifying to someone who's grown accustomed to being the center. She doesn't suddenly like you more. She suddenly has to think about you. And thinking about you is the first step toward noticing you. Your absence creates space for you to become real in her mind. A woman respects what she has to earn access to. You've given unlimited access, so she respects nothing about you except the things you've kept from her. The parts of you that remain private, those are the parts she finds valuable. What becomes visible? When you develop actual scarcity, when your time is genuinely allocated to your own life, your own purposes, your own growth, something shifts in how she perceives you. You're no longer the man waiting for her. You're the man she has to fit into. You're no longer the constant. You're the occasional, and occasional is what's memorable. This is the Stoic principle in practice. Focus on what you control. You control your availability, your predictability, your emotional transparency, your validation-seeking energy. None of these require her cooperation. None of these depend on her response. Stop performing invisibility through desperation. Start being invisible through indifference to her perception of you. There's a profound difference. When you genuinely don't need her to see you, when your worth is not dependent on her acknowledgement, that's when something shifts in her. She can feel the difference. She recognizes that you've moved into your own world, and suddenly she wants to be part of it. The moment you truly don't need her to see you, the moment your worth is genuinely internal, that's when she finally does.